3rd and long. It's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The not throwing the ball is to run it, and they've run it well here to
try to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's in.
But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but on 1st down, Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got
a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, making.
On 1st down, Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deshaun Goldson. And he's got room, and he'll take. Throwing now is Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Big yardage, the blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, set himself to throw the ball, and as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And
talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. Allen
chance to get the ball downfield.
Out of the gun now. And oh, he's going to be hit and driven. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And no escaping. Leffert. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Bell.
Held him to a gain of 2.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able
to make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster.
And he can't get it.
He's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And that will right it.
Hey guys, Incap24 here, coming back with another video, and as you can see from the intro highlights that I started this with, this is going to be a Blitz at a 3-4 cover 2 invert. I kind of show you some game clips that I was practicing this Blitz in real time in order to kind of show you how it works. And what's really exciting about this is the same exact setup that we did, and we showed you the inside zone run defense, and this doubles up as a blitz, and kind of show you exactly what we do here. So as you saw in the video, it's the same exact thing we did when we did the run defense. And what that is we're going to base a line, shift our line to the right, crash them to the right, move this player out to the left side of this left tackle, and we're going to shoot the gap what we would for the inside zone defense on the left hand side of the screen with this player that's in the vertical hook, which is your strong safety. My comfort zone is about a half a step back with the acceleration and speed of my strong safety, but when I go into Mutt and use a different one, I kind of have to find the spot that makes sense for him. So just go ahead and practice where that sweet spot is for you, and to kind of get around the gorge. Now, what happens a lot on this blitz is if you look at it, it's an overload to the right. So most people will go ahead and try to either slide to the right. If they're passing, they'll block their running back to the right. Gives them that opportunity to go ahead and try to pick it up, and they can pick it up. The majority of the time, going it. If they commit a tight end and a running back to block to the right hand side, but that means they cannot get the looping guy. And that's really the preface of this, is they can concentrate on the right side, but they can't concentrate to block the looping manual guy that we're going to show. Now, a lot of times what will happen is when they do slide protection, the guy will go ahead and pick up, the center will pick up the left guard will pick up my looping guy, and it'll leave somebody else that comes flying through. And you saw that a lot of that on the highlights, where I was getting good pressure from the right hand side, whether that be the outside linebacker, whether that be the end. They were coming in and pretty hard. What also is nice about this is people get happy feet. When you see this guy come flying around and they see that there's a huge gap and this guy can come shoot it, they start throwing the ball early. And you saw I was able to get some easy picks because people are just in my opinion, just picking a button to throw, because some of these throws were just ill-advised. I mean, they were throwing it right into traffic because they kind of threw the panic button up there and just kind of threw the first guy that they thought of, you know. And so that's what pressure does, guys. Basically, it makes them make mistakes that they normally wouldn't make. So that is basically the preface of this. I'm kind of show you a little bit of what it is. I'm going to show you without the running back blocking first, and kind of show you that we can get dual edge heat with it, and then we'll kind of go from there, right? So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hike the ball. I'm going to come around the corner, and you can see how that time the guy got me last minute, but that's the angle of the path that you're looking for. Okay, so it's basically, and a lot of times, sometimes if you wait too long, it doesn't work exactly the same way. But you're going to see here. I'm going to go ahead and try that. See how that time I got it from the right hand side, and the reason for that, you can see, is that when this guy right here, depending on the angle I take, this time I took a little bit of a more acute angle, and ended up happening is I went ahead and 65 squared his shoulders up, and you're going to see that this guy's going to come flying around this side, and you saw that a lot in the video, that guy comes really quickly. So it all depends on how that works for you. So I'm going to keep on setting up, just kind of show you ways that this can come in, and go ahead this way, move this guy back a half step, come in through, and now I'm coming in, and this time we were able to get both guys in, and you'll see that sometimes. Sometimes what I'll do here is also go ahead and, instead of doing the loop blitz, I'm going to go ahead and be part of this overload, and I'm just going to crash my guy down right into here, knowing that if I do that, this guy's going to come flying through, because what I'm basically doing is I'm taking up a blocker, you know, and kind of making it look that way. Now, if you look at what our defense looks like as far as coverage behind it, we actually have pretty good coverage, more so to the left side of the field. So typically, this is not an every down defense. It's something that you can definitely use often, but not an every down defense, to where you can go ahead and know that you're pretty strong to the left side and you're pretty strong to the right when it comes to not letting up anything really more than 3 to 5 yards, because you kind of let the flats be open a little bit, so they can kind of get you there, but you're really going to be able to converge pretty quickly. If you see that the mid read right here, he's going to do a good job of taking away any type of initial tight end seams right there, which is going to be nice, and then this vertical hook does the same thing on the left side, so you really got pretty decent coverage with this, right? So really the one player that we're sending is our user player, so you do take away the fact that you would go ahead and you know, have an extra player to kind of take away any route combinations you want over the middle, but it comes in pretty quickly that, you know, it kind of does its purpose, that you're taking away more than one read because of how quick it comes in. So that is basically another way. A lot of times what I'll also do, just to kind of mess with them, is I'll do a fake. So I'll come like this, I'm coming there, and then I stop, and I settle here. And what that'll do for them as well is their mind is, they don't think that I'm coming. I mean, in their mind, they think they're coming in. I stop on a dime. Now I'm covering the underneath, and I'll get some user picks that way as well. Just kind of, it's the meta of the game, kind of what you want to do. So that's kind of the way I run the splits right now, is basically allowing it to there. And I'm going to go ahead and slide protect to the right now, and show you basically how that's going to work for them as well. I'm just going to move this guy back half a step. And you're going to see here, I'm going to be able to get in. I just missed that guy again. And it's really about the angle you take. And but the thing is when you see that, people don't just stand there. You know, I'm using one controller. People usually will go ahead and they see that this guy's coming right through there, like, oh gosh. They'll either try to throw it really, really quickly, and that'll cause you some user picks, I mean actually computer-led picks, or they kind of try to peel out to the left, like right here, and what you end up doing with that is, once they get through that, you're going to see other people are going to come in and come get him, you know. So that's basically how I've seen it in the past. You're just trying to take them off of his spot. So that's kind of the fun way of doing it. So now I'm going to go ahead and block this running back here, and you're going to see that I got blocked the running back, and I'm also going to slide to the right. Okay, so that's kind of one of the ways that you would see most people try to block it. And so here I go, I'm putting this back here, and gotta go ahead through here, and you said even with the slide to the right and block, I was able to get to the right side guy, and you can see how that guy was able to come around, and you'll see that a lot as well. And this is only blocking this guy, because when they slid to the right, I was able to get good pressure around there, and even though I was able to get picked, I felt good that that guy came around, right? Now if you really want to get him, you can also do the same exact setup, where you're going ahead and you're base aligning, sliding your, crashing your defensive line to the right, sliding him to the right, moving this guy out. And you can also now put more emphasis and basically go ahead and put this right outside linebacker. Oh, I guess I just messed that up. So let's slide to the right. And also put this right outside linebacker over here. So now you have a true overload blitz, right? And that's what I would do personally when I'm doing the fake. So basically what I would do is I would go in there and fake it and then kind of peel off. So basically I'm going through here, now I'm peeling off, and now you're going to see how that guy's going to come around. When they kind of get a little bit worried about you coming this way, you can kind of come back with that blitz to the right hand side. So that's basically some of the things that I like to do with this, is basically kind of do that. Now move this guy over again. You can also do both at the same time, where you're basically blitzing this guy here, and you're saying, you know what, it's 3rd and long. I'm going to make this guy try to beat me somewhere, and I'm going to make him throw it quickly. You're going to come through it. You're coming through this blitz really quickly, and basically we were able to almost get 3 guys at that time. You know, just kind of the way the floodgates open. You know, you're able to get your manual guy in. So right here, they're like, I got to get rid of it. I mean, right now, if they're not thinking about getting rid of it, they're in trouble. And if you got 3rd and long, you're not going to get a C route open. You're not going to get a corner route open. You're just going to have to dump this off. And that running back is obviously not going to be somebody that you're going to be able to do it. If they were to block him, you can see how well this just comes flying in. So this is the first version of this blitz. I'm going to come back with 2 more versions on different videos to kind of show you some different things that you can mix in. But for this one, I want to show you is the same exact one as the run defense, and then you've got the ability, you know, to kind of crash here if you wanted. You could go ahead and blitz this guy here, and then also if you blitz him, you can definitely do the fake and then peel back off. Just a lot of little things that you can kind of do just to kind of mix it up and have some fun with it. So I'll come back with another video or 2 on the Covert 2 invert to go ahead and show you a couple different options, guys. Thank you.